What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Realistic Career Mode. This is episode number 98, and we're starting today's stuff on the back of winning the FA Cup. Yes, our domestic double has been retained, but it came at a cost, as we know. Kai Havertz down and out. Yes, we will not see our German star for the rest of the season. That includes the Champions League final versus Real Madrid as we go in search of the magic treble, and of course, he'll miss half of next season as well. Big blow, highest rated player in the team. That is such a massive blow, and I have to say, I said it in the last episode, our chances now of winning that Champions League against Real Madrid have taken a big blow. We know we've got good depth in the wide midfield area. Dembele can step in and do a great job. Marcus Thuram is decent. Callum Hudson-Odoi as well, but let's be honest here, Kai Havertz, highest rated player in the team, and having a great season this year as well. That's a big blow. Still for the first of the final two Premier League games here. Liverpool away at Anfield, and our final home game where we'll be given the Premier League trophy against Manchester City. I think it's really fitting that the final two teams we have in the season where the Premier League title has already been retained are the best two teams in England that have been going for the Premier League title once again this year. Now, I'm currently recording this commentary on Saturday afternoon, and let me tell you, I have been so excited for tomorrow's final day since Liverpool went to St Mary's, came from behind, beat Southampton and cut the gap to 1 heading into matchday 38. Now, by the time this video comes out, you know who's won the title. Either Man City managed to do what they needed to do against Aston Villa on the final day, get the win, which would mean Liverpool, no matter what their result is against Wolves, will be crowned champions, or they slipped up, Liverpool capitalised, and they have come from several points behind to be Premier League champions this year and keep their quadruple dreams alive heading into their Champions League final. I don't know the outcome. All I'm saying is I literally can't wait for tomorrow's final day. There's so much to be excited. 3 teams could still go down and join Norwich and Watford. The race for 4th, it is very likely now Spurs are probably going to get it, but there is still that outside chance Arsenal could pull it off. Then there's West Ham and Manchester United still competing for that 6th and final Europa League spot. There's so much to be decided on the final day. I literally can't wait for tomorrow. I think it could be an all-time classic Premier League final day. You've already seen the outcome of it, but what I do want to talk about today is what I hope people realise is we are so privileged to see both Liverpool and Manchester City in their primes right now, competing with 2 of the best managers in the modern era leading them as well. And they have created this incredible rivalry in the Premier League, and it is just an absolute joy to be a football watcher at this time. Do you remember the Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, El Clasico era, Barcelona and Real Madrid? I think this is the Premier League's answer to that over the past few years. It's really amazing how these two teams continue to get better and better and match each other. And for Liverpool's sake, again, going for that quadruple this season, a historic quadruple, unprecedented, as a neutral, it would be one of the most incredible seasons I'll ever get to watch in football. And, if they can pull it off, it'll eclipse Manchester United's treble back in 1999. Obviously, by the time this video comes out, they might not have the chance to do so. If Manchester United won on Sunday, I don't know yet, but even so, it's a ridiculous achievement. And I think that when Man City was several points behind, and Liverpool were going for the FA Cup, and trying to get to the Champions League final as well, a lot of teams would have folded in the Premier League and thought, do you know what, Guardiola's side, several points clear, let's just forget the Premier League and focus on the FA Cup to go along with the EFL Cup, and also the Champions League as well. And yet, the mentality this team have of not giving up, the resilience, unbelievable to push them all the way to the final day. And even, I was so impressed by their win on Tuesday night. Yes, they were favourites against Southampton, regardless, but the fact they played 2 hours worth of football at Wembley in the FA Cup final, came through that, still had a few players that started that game on Tuesday night as well, and managed to come from behind to win. The mentality that Klopp has instilled in that Liverpool team is absolutely incredible. And as for Manchester City's stake, the past 10 years they've been the most successful team in the Premier League. But when you think about the quality of teams in the Premier League nowadays, you think about the amount of teams that are so talented and so deep in terms of their squads as well, to have had such a stronghold on the Premier League. And yes, during those past 10 years, we've seen Chelsea win 1, Leicester win 1, and Liverpool win 1. But the rest have been Manchester City's. That just goes to show you that with the FA Cups they've won as well, and the EFL Cup, of course, under Pep Guardiola. They've done a tremendous job in English football since Guardiola came in to be that consistent domestically over the course of the past decade. I really feel as though when you look at the two squads, and they're so talented and so deep as well, you know, it's a privilege. It really is. And what I love is that Klopp and Guardiola, okay, I'm not going to lie, there are clearly a bit of mind games going on between the two of them whenever they discuss their opposite numbers in post-match interviews and press conferences. Let's be honest here, there is a bit of mind games going on. But for the most part, there's a lot of mutual respect and mutual admiration between the two. And I really hope that, you know, look, Liverpool and Man City fans, you know, they're rivals now because of the success they've had over the past decade, of course. But I really hope that both sets of fans can appreciate what the other team has done as well as their own as well. It really has been such a great past 10 years, you know, to be watching football with these two teams rising and matching each other every step of the way. It's been fantastic. So, you know, whatever happens tomorrow for me or what you would have seen on Sunday, you got to say, if Man City pull it off and win yet another Premier League title, fair play. Their stronghold is just so tight. If Liverpool come from behind to win it, from several points behind at a certain point in the season, win the title and keep their quadruple dreams alive, fair play. That shows the mentality Klopp has instilled, and it is as strong as it gets. But on the whole, whatever happens on Sunday, whatever did happen on Sunday, you know, I've got so many Liverpool fans to follow me, so many Man City fans to follow me. Guys, give your opposite numbers some respect as well. Whatever happened on Sunday, give your opposite numbers some respect because it's a joy. I'm a neutral. I've got no hat in this ring. I've got no stake in this whatsoever. But for me, it's been one of the all-time great Premier League seasons, and I just can't wait for tomorrow. I'm getting excited thinking about it, man. But yeah, it's been a fantastic season, and whatever happens. It's just been amazing to watch these two teams once again, year after year, go toe to toe. Even so for the final two games of Premier League season, obviously we have the Champions League final versus Real Madrid coming, so you would have seen against Liverpool first and then Manchester City, rotating my lineup for both games because what I did not want after seeing Kai go down was of course going to be another injury to one of my key players, so I was very careful not to go into 50-50 duels during these two games here. We drew at Anfield 0-0 and then lost at home to Manchester City 2-0, so back-to-back games without a goal. Back-to-back games without a win. You know, they're meaningless games, don't get me wrong, and there was no real chance of us setting a record. The only record we could, you know, feasibly get to was Man City's goal-scoring record of 103, but that was incredibly unlikely. We needed like 12 goals or something. It probably wasn't going to happen in the final two against Liverpool and Manchester City, but we did get to celebrate the Premier League title at Stamford Bridge. But the animations were so funny. Like, initially, when they showed the shot to the crowd, everyone was just standing there. No one was celebrating because we lost 2-0. Even so, it was indeed an end to the season where we got to lift the trophy. Domestic double winners back to back. And I've talked about it, you know, there's no doubt about it. The board, quite frankly, they're not very keen on me, as you know. They haven't been ever since I took over. And the domestic double is great. We've retained it. That's great. For any other team, that's a great season. But for me, I know, heading into the Champions League final, well, going to have to win it. Going to have to win it and deliver all three trophies for the board to consider this a satisfactory season. That's crazy, isn't it? Anyway, as you can see, the final Premier League table, the three teams below us, Liverpool, Man City and West Ham, all finished with basically the exact same record. Really wild. Very similar goal difference. They all had the same amount of points with 70, 12 points behind us. The eventual winners with 82. Our goal scoring and defence this season picked up, which is great. Manchester United, Arsenal went into the Europa League. Spurs were Europa Conference League position, and as you can see, Brighton, Fulham and Norwich were down for a while, so we already knew that. It was like the polar opposite of what we're seeing in real life. The Premier League final day on Sunday, which you guys would have seen a conclusion of, it's one of the most like dramatic final days ever. There's so much to be decided at both ends of the table. In the game this season, there's nothing to be decided. It all been done. All that mattered was who finished 7th. That was it. There was nothing else to be decided. But as you will see by the individual stats here, Lautaro did indeed win the Golden Boot and the assist title, and Mendy won the Golden Glove. So, answers on a postcard. Why was Mendy not in the team of the season? Yes, he got robbed. We got 2 players in the team of the season. Reece James, which I found quite interesting, and also Lautaro Martinez as well. That's a snub right there. Where was Kai Havertz? Where was Edouard Mendy? That is such a snub. But Martinez was indeed a Golden Boot winner with 26 goals in 32 games. Mendy won the goalkeeper of the tournament, but somehow didn't make it into the team of the season. And Facundo Farias, the rapid Argentine striker for our West London rivals Brentford, who was second in the top scoring charts, was the player of the tournament. So there we go. Domestic double retained. Second straight year we've won both the Premier League and the FA Cup. But now our attention focuses on the big one, the Champions League final, Real Madrid taking on the Galacticos in our first ever Champions League final as we go for the historic Magic Treble. But that will end today's episode of the Realistic Career, guys. Big thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, if you haven't, like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the season finale, the Champions League final against Real Madrid as we chase the treble very soon.